Hey, today it's time for eBay claws. You want to see what we got? Stick around. Here we go with the first package. I don't know which one this is, but I got an idea what it should be. This one came from Brooklyn, New York, and it is a macro photography extension ring. And what this is supposed to do, it's 10 millimeter and 16 millimeter. So what this will do is you put this on the camera and the lens here, which it extends the lens and makes it macro. I'm not really concerned about it being plastic as long as it works. And also you can see the cutout here. It's not a full frame. This is for APS-C cameras. Well, you can use it on full frames. I think most of the full frames can be put into APS-C mode. So look forward to messing around with that at some point in the near future. Alrighty. So this one, let's see, awful fancy for what it is. I know what this one's got to be. Yep, that's it. So and this is all plastic. Of course, it doesn't really need to be anything but plastic. But what this will do on the Sony A6000 series, I think up to like the 64 or 6500, I think those might have articulating screens, but most of them the screen folds out and up, but it doesn't pop up above it, so you can't really see yourself while looking at the camera, which, I mean, I don't really want to see myself regardless, but what I do want to be able to do is to be able to see the screen, like replaced here and it's pointing down. Well, this right here would be, how would it be? I'm not sure what the orientation will be. I'd have to think about it, and that'll hurt. So um, this will help. This will help see the screen um, at different angles and positions and all that kind of good stuff. And what it does is this hangs over the back, and with your screen folded out, the mirror catches what's on the screen, and from up front, you can see it. Plus, it's got cold shoes on 3 different sides, and this fits in the hot or cold shoe of your choice with the camera setup you got. So I think this is going to come in handy. So you still be able to see the frame, the setup, and really all it is a convenience because it helps you to set up the shot and see how the camera is versus setting it up, going over there, filming it, and then stopping, going back, looking at the camera, seeing how the shot was, and make sure everything's in the frame multiple times. Well, you'll be able to just kind of look at this mirror and see the frame, take a test shot, and if it's all good, you're good to go. Alrighty then. So we got a big one, a big old good one, and a good old big one. It's always interesting to see what eBay packages are actually put in. Sometimes you get a little thank you appreciation note. Sometimes you get a piece of candy in with the package. Sometimes you get a package delivered in a diaper box. And that's what's inside the last bag. Battery exhausted. Wore the battery out right off the bat. 64 gigabyte Ultra Plus 80 megabits a second. This is a A6000 APS-C camera. A little bit of lint on the screen, or whatever that thing's called. A little bit of lint on that. Looks like some fingerprints on that. So this will all be cleaned up. But this right here is what they call the kit lens that comes with these cameras, which is the E stands for, what is that? APS-C lens, a cropped lens. And 3.5 to 5.6 is the f-stop factor, and it is a 16 to 50 zoom lens, optical stabilization, something stabilization, if you understand all that. So kind of neat there. So let's just stick that back on there. Yes, that's going to be right. So obviously you can see I know nothing about what I'm doing. And so the lens, or the screen on the back, you pull it and it'll tilt back like that just a little bit. But it also comes out like that and up. And so as you can see, you can look down and see it and take shots like this without, you know, doing a whole bunch. Seems to be in really good shape. Of course, these have a charge port and a mini, micro, small, whatever you call it, HDMI port, which is okay, but there's no microphone jack, so audio has to be recorded externally with these. I think it's really, really good shape, personally. I'm not crazy about the white color, but who cares? Doesn't really matter one way or another. This is really what I've been wanting to try to manage to do. I got to learn how to use this thing, and so you see, it'll focus real close. Okay, so it looks like maybe 6 inches or so from the lens, and this shows a 1/4 meter or 0.82 feet. So I think that'll work out pretty good. And you'd be surprised at all the really, really cheap lenses you can find. Okay, you can't really see it, but I mean the lens is clear, but the lens works, and that is something I think is pretty cool. This has OSS, which is optical. Oh, that's OSS. I think is optical something stabilization. This has that also, because this camera doesn't have anything to stabilize it. If you're holding it in your hand, it's going to be just as bouncy as you jiggle around with it. So this lens has it built into it, and this kit lens here has it built into it. So I think that's pretty cool. But some lenses don't, and so you have a lot of shakes in those particular lenses. So, and I've still got some work to do on this lens to get it back in, but it was one of those super cheap because they knew it had problems. Now I don't remember if they actually sold it as having problems, but I think they knew it did, and at the price, there's nothing I can complain about. So that's enough bouncing around about this. I just wanted to do the mailbag. Show y'all what come in. There's more stuff coming in, so there'll be more bags following this. And we will get to those too, because there's some other stuff coming in. Hopefully there should be some better videos coming. But I do appreciate you. I appreciate you spending your precious time with me. I thank you, and God bless.